Wait, hold up. I want to know something. Are you chilling on a park bench right now? Are you sitting in the back of the bus, vibing out, possibly hanging from the tree, enjoying the view? Well, you're probably in the right place. This is not enough questions. If you end up liking what you hear, tell a friend or leave a review.
Welcome back, everyone. I am Julian. My name today is Menace to Society, and Tyler is still in the unforeseen right. She's fighting battles, but I have a good friend from AAT, another ENT alum, Xavier. His name is
Scoxah.
Scoxah. You already know English is not my best subject, but I'm going to be referring to him as X this whole entire episode. Thank you first and foremost for showing up. But how was your last 7-ish days?
Last 7-ish days were crazy, as usual. Never easy, but never bored.
That's it. That's all you want to say about your last 7-ish days? 7-ish days.
I mean, there's not too much I can actually reveal because there's a lot of behind scenes stuff.
Got you.
I mean, other than taking classes for my vet tech program, and then let's see, what else I got going on? Working on my gaming channel. That's it. My camera's probably bugging out. Long story short, my camera is on my phone. I have to use a separate app for my camera because my laptop camera has never worked.
What?
That's the thing out of it.
Wait. How does that happen? How does your laptop camera never work?
Got it. It worked for like 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, it just disconnected itself and never reconnected. Yeah.
How? Was this a brand new laptop?
Yeah. I mean, if you want to know something even better, the same brand laptop, the same laptop, right? All right. Lex has it, right?
Yeah.
Her Wi-Fi stopped working. And when I looked into it, her Wi-Fi adapter disconnected and decided to never reconnect.
Wait. You're telling me this laptop, the brand of the laptop just seems to disconnect itself?
Yeah, like physically, not even like a software deal. It's a physical disconnect.
You can't take it to like Best Buy or something and
I have, and when they looked at my camera, they went, oh, it works for us. And when they looked at her Wi-Fi, they were like, oh, it works for us. And I was like, well, it doesn't work at a house. That's the problem.
Oh, I despise it when things like, it's like, this thing is happening to me right now. Well, it's not happening here. It's like, do I need to take a video of what I'm showing? Because I promise you, I'm not crazy.
Yeah, I'm sideways. So.
Now you're sideways. This is going to be a very interesting episode.
This sums up to 7 weeks. The 7 days.
See, this is why I asked, because if this is how you sum up your 7-ish days, yeah, I can understand. That's a lot. For me, let's see. What has happened in these past 7-ish days? Let's see. Was in a rental. Someone hit me in said rental. Yeah. So that had to deal with that. Let's see. Finally got my car back, right? After a person hit me with a rental, and Eric's just like, yeah, we're gonna be following up on a claim and whatever, blah blah blah. I just know I'm not at fault. So I'll let them do whatever they do, see what comes out from that. But yeah, so got my car back, and got it back on a Monday afternoon. Drove it a little bit on Tuesday. Mm-hmm. Well, tell me why on Wednesday it just wouldn't turn over. Like, it literally just would not turn over. And like, well, that's a good start to my Wednesday, because I would need to be in the office. And I'm like, yeah, my car's not starting. Called the roadside assistance. They jumped my car. They told me to keep my car on for like 30 minutes to, I guess, get the juice back. I don't know cars like that. Yeah. I'm like, all right, cool. Did that. And I'm like, all right, let me turn it off. And then let me turn it back on. I'm like, yeah, it was not kicking back on. And I'm like, okay. Asked my friend to give me a jump. But since it's Hurricane Helena, what is this hurricane? Ina?
I don't even know.
I don't know. But my car was like outside. I'm like, I need, please, Bishop, please just turn on real fast so I could move you. So you're at least not in the rain. So if I need to jump you, we're not doing this in the rain. It turned on.
Yeah.
It turned on. I was able to move it. Turned it off. It's like, yeah, no, I'm not moving my car again. Not without the actual jump this time. I asked for one thing and it gave me the one thing.
I mean, just a little inch. Just a little inch, not much though.
That's all. That is all I have. It's out the rain. It's out the sun. It won't be like getting super hot in the car. Yeah. So I'm happy with that. I'm probably gonna get it towed tomorrow to go to the dealership. That way they can just assess whatever is going on with it. Hopefully it's a battery issue because the shop I took it to, they did a great job. RJ's Auto Body Shop.
Mm-hmm.
They did a really good job. Ooh. But yeah, I can't even tell the damage is there. But September has just been a very long month for me. I've been working like 10.5-hour days, nonstop, just to make all my deadlines.
Yeah.
I can't wait until I hit until October. Just can't wait until October.
Where, yeah, October is going to be a safe haven weekend month because starting off, Sparking Zero is coming out finally.
Sparking Zero, what is that? A game?
Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero.
Got you. Okay.
The next continuation of the what do you call it? The Budokai Tenkaichi series that they had on the PS2.
Okay.
So they did that, and they have like it's coming out mid-October. And
got you. No, I'm still laughing at the fact that now you not only are you sideways and only half of your screen is showing up. This is actually just hilarious to me.
Yeah. I'm trying to set up a new camera right now. That's why I was like, it's completely frozen probably.
All right. I'll let you figure that out first before I continue.
I mean, you can keep talking because I don't know if I'm gonna actually be able to get this set up.
All right. So why are you? Yeah. All right. So why you do that?
To say I'm still paying attention.
That's so funny. Yeah. No. This is gonna be a very fun. Anyone looking at this, they're going to be very confused of what's going on here. But why are you trying to
turn the camera off? Actually, so
you turn the camera off.
Yeah, and it's just sitting there now.
Okay, but what was I saying? Oh, why you possibly find a different camera? I guess this is a good time for me to remember to say that this is of course, this is a safe space to say whatever you want, but it's also a brave space to say what you think needs to be said. I might not correct you. I don't share your opinions because I know the question that we're about to get into. I just want to preface that before someone starts saying whatever about this. But what else? Oh, and don't forget to pay attention to all these episodes. There's something in the works that should be coming up real soon. Yeah, real soon. Something's there's an announcement about to be made. Is there anything else that I need to do as of? All right, cool. That's all the behind the scenes. Oh, actually, no. I will also say. Oh, I lost it. Patreon, YouTube, another buzzword. I don't know. But with that being said, the task I had for myself was I need to find a way to ask to incorporate all the questions, and it's definitely going to be challenging. You're gonna have to you're gonna have to catch it if you want to talk about everything that we discussed earlier. But the question of the day is, at least the main question of the day is, how do you feel about the country you're in? That is going to be the main question for the day.
Okay.
Yeah. I know you are currently non-existent, but do you think you can have this conversation and look for a different camera too?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can do it.
All right. Oh, yeah.
That's a challenge. Let's do it.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I'm shooting the question up to you too. As of right now, it's on you.
How I feel about the country, I mean, honestly, it's a fucking dumpster fire. I would like to say different, but it just kind of feels like most of the stuff that people do or say aren't matching what they do. And not a lot of people are catching on to what all of that. Like, there's so many people that I feel like it's pretty obvious when politicians, all that stuff, say, hey, we're going to do this, hey, we're going to do that. They say it, it's pretty obvious they say it just to get your vote. Like, they don't actually care. But like, when it actually comes down to doing stuff or anything like that, it's like, they don't do it. They don't actually show up.
I'll say again. Continue.
I was so yeah.
I will have to agree with you with that for the most part. I will also tell the listening audience we are in America right now during an election year. So there's also that, but I know also there's other countries in the world that may not have the freedom to vocalize how they feel about their country. So, yeah. But with that said, no, I definitely agree. I like being in America for that exact reason, because we do have more, at least as of right now, more freedoms that I don't take for granted. But in the same breath, it could be easily 10 times better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like, honestly, like, even it, like, we all know it can be better, but it also kind of feels like not a lot of people believe that they can make a difference, so they don't actually try to make it better, and they just try to deal with it.
I know.
It's just kind of like,
It is what it is.
Yeah, and like one of the biggest things is like something we talked about earlier before like recording and whatnot, was debt. The debt in America is just kind of like crazy, because like when you think about it, having student debt, having like car loan debt, all that stuff, all it is doing is setting people back, and it's not going to promote the economy in any way, shape, or form, which is why we're in the state we're in now. We're housing, it's expensive, groceries are expensive, gas is expensive.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know they just And I don't know how I feel about this. They just lowered mind you, I'm not any economical guru, whatever. Like I'm probably going to use terms that I get wrong. But I know I was hearing something about how they actually lowered something. I think it was like inflation or something by like half a point. And I'm like, okay, cool. That's signs for things getting better, I guess. Again, I'm not entirely, 100% on that, but it only going half a point. I'm like, I wonder how much of a difference that will make, and if prices will reflect that half a point going down.
Yeah. Because I know they're like planning to do things and like putting in things, but like it kind of feels like it's not just up to whoever's in charge. It's not up to just the president. It's up to all parties and
Yeah,
even us.
and
It doesn't really feel like they
continue.
It doesn't really feel like as a whole they really care too much.
And yeah, no,
But yeah.
I will definitely. I think there's definitely a misconception of that even though that's kind of what we've been taught, is that the president kind of can sign his name on a sheet of paper and things get done. But it's like there's two sides of that of the conversation. It's like yes, he can do some things, but he needs all the checks and balances of the government to actually push whatever. And going back to a point that you said about how politicians don't listen or anything, I definitely do think the Republican part. Well, I say there's three parties now. There's Democrat, Republican, and MAGA, whatever.
Yeah.
That the best. It's a shit show. Like it's especially on the MAGA side of things, because if you pay attention, they have no plan, or they just if something bad happens, they just reuse Democratic language.
Yeah.
So
And continue.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, and the fact that I really do feel like if Trump becomes president again, he's not going to be like that. That's just my personal belief. Because he's already been stacking the courts and whatever with people who's just a yes man. That's how I see it.
Let's say even still, like, even still, what I'm thinking about with a lot of the stuff is just like, one thing that I know a lot of people don't really hone in on or think about the fact, and they really should, is that Trump is a convict. He is convicted. Ain't no way around it. But yeah, I think more. And I think they're still trying to go do even more than that.
Yeah, no, for sure. Because, not to cut you off, but I was like, yeah, you're absolutely right. He's been convicted. He is labeled a felon. Like, it's innocent until proven guilty. And he's been proven guilty. No matter if you like the outcome or not. He's been proven guilty in the court of law. So, but continue.
This is like, so one of the things is just like, not only is he convicted, but at the same time, he has no plans. He can't speak like fluently anymore. More not that he could in the beginning either. And honestly, in his first term, he was just a scapegoat for Republicans, just to throw somebody up there that they can manipulate. Now it's just like the Republicans, like, in his words, he said he would run Republican because they would let him do whatever he wanted to and people would listen to whatever he said. He said that, which he was right. Then it turned into Republicans doing whatever they wanted to do and Trump just not really caring as long as he had money in his pocket. And then now I'm just sitting here like people keep blaming like Obama administration or stuff like that. And I know Obama wasn't perfect or his administration was perfect. Biden's administration was far from perfect. In my eyes, Biden was the lesser of two evils in that campaign.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But one thing that is definitely noticeable is the state of the country is a lot more violent since Trump went into office.
Mm-hmm.
And like,
no, absolutely.
It's not even like people are trying to hide it anymore. So I just kind of...
I'll continue.
I just kind of sit there and I look at things. I'm like, well, I mean, y'all won't change and y'all say y'all won't change, but at the same time, y'all got to step up and make that change.
No, you hit on a couple points that I actually want to make because I'm going to go backwards about with the current state. I also feel like people don't give proper credit where credit's due. And what I mean by that is like, for the president is like, oh, such and such happened when ex-president was in office. It's the government. Things take time. So me personally, I feel like the first 2 years or whatever is going on in the country of the new president is due to the previous president. Mm-hmm. So you really only have like 2 years really to see changes that you've implemented. And that's probably cutting it kind of short. So I do feel like people forget that. I also want to just mention the fact that people says like, oh, things were so much better under Trump. But I'm like, there was a pandemic. you got a stimulus check
ignored.
That people had to die. Like globally, a lot of people died for the government to send you money.
And even still, that was not the Trump administration that did the stimulus check. It was the Obama administration that put that into plan.
True.
And even still, it was so little of an amount that it really didn't help a lot of people.
I will also say to that on the flip side, it's kind of like if you give Trump I heard a counter argument to that, like, well, if we call it Obamacare, then Trump can get the credit for giving the stimulus checks. I'm like, that's a decent argument because even though it wasn't just Obama who signed it, we still call it Obamacare. So I'm like, okay, but again, still to the point of you say you're better under Trump, and we're like, oh, but what were the circumstances underneath that? Whatever. And then I also wanted to think that we got going farther back into what you're saying about how we got Trump off, how he wanted to run as a Republican because I honestly thought that it was just kind of like a revenge type thing. It's like, well, we got a black man, so let's put him. Yeah, I feel like that's...
Oh, yeah.
That was part of it as well.
It was very much a revenge type thing, and it was kind of obvious because even at that time, the Republicans... And, like, I seen, like, a video where it was, like, Obama running against, I think, McCain or somebody. And when the Republican Party was being questioned, the reporters were being very, like, blatantly disrespectful to Obama. And the Republicans stepped up and was like, don't slander my opponent like that. This is a debate. Let's keep it peaceful. Let's keep it professional.
Mm-hmm.
Professional. And you look at how the Republican Party acted when Trump was getting elected, it was just like complete 180. Like,
yeah.
And debates since then have just been throwing like slander, how much you can degrade your opponent, and nobody actually bringing forth what they're going to do.
No, Trump.
Honestly, that's why
I'll get credit that. Oh, say again.
Yeah, I would say honestly, that's why like the one debate I saw Kamala and Trump do, he absolutely got destroyed because he was not ready for Kamala not to disrespect him or do anything of that sort. Like she walked up, shook his hand, he was thrown off by that, and then she was actually answering questions. She didn't answer every question, but she answered questions, and he went on the tangent talking about dog skin eating in Springfield.
Yeah, it's Trump. Trump definitely has flipped the script for politicians. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing as of right now, but I will speak on the fact that politicians can speak more freely. I'll give that one to Trump. I will definitely, but
yeah. 'Cause at this point, nothing they can say is be worse than
that's true.
Trump.
That is very true.
JD Vance is kind of getting to that point, but
nah.
Oh.
I asked for an hour and a half of your time, an hour and 15 minutes of your time. I might need more time for this because
it's already been like 30 minutes.
I already know I'm going to be. I'm probably going to be asking for a little bit more of your time, but this one thought, if I can remember. Trump is now the old guy. Trump is now the old guy in the office, running. And if Republican MAGA was going by what they were saying, they probably would have got rid of Trump. Now, that is the thought that I wanted to have, at least put on record. But hey, I see using 30 minutes in.
All right, I'm back.
That is actually really fun. Let's go. But and then I guess speaking with everything we already said, I have my next question for you is: what do you think the country is? Is it more racist or is it more classist?
I don't think it's more of either one of them. I think it's a combination of both. One thing about that question is saying if you say it's more racist, then like that kind of leans off of how, it's not just racist because it's more of like rich, wealthy people are discriminating against middle class, lower class just because they can, which that leads to classes. But if you lead to classes, then that also ignores the fact that systematically the structure of America is set up to, benefit other races than some. Mm-hmm. As like, so it's kind of a mixture of both, but a mixture in a way to benefit rich white Americans, I will say.
Yeah, no, not that the founders of but
I can throw in like sexes in there too, because there's kind of like a tier in my brain where it's like rich white men are always going to be on top in the system odds. Rich white women are going to be under them, but even still in some instances, if you're rich and not white, you can still be over a rich white woman. So it's kind of a thing of like, not only who you know, but who you are, because like, but at the same time, I feel like there's more than enough of the minorities at this point that type of system could be turned. Like, I feel like it's too old of a system to actually hold root for that much longer, as long as, people actually try to,
do the due diligence. vote and everything. Yeah.
I mean, vote is the very least that people can do, especially right now.
Very least, and not just the presidential election. It's definitely also
The minor
general
elections, state elections,
Yeah,
stuff like thing like what is it called? The sheriffs.
Yeah,
Because
really.
with all the stuff going on with police, electing the sheriffs is where it starts.
No, and the police is a completely different. That's gonna be
That's another like hour or so.
That's a whole different topic because the police. I have a question for that one, but I actually think I would lean more to that America itself is more classist than anything. Well, it's classist, but by like a hair. It's more classist by a hair because like you said, it's like rich, whatever. Because if you have the money to do whatever, you do whatever. Like, that is just.
I mean, look at Diddy. Look at how long Diddy lasted.
Do I want to? I'm not going to go into the names that I thought of that also fall into that Diddy category.
There's a lot.
Gee. There's a couple in these past couple of years. There's been a couple, but no. So I feel like America as a whole is more classist because just because you're white. So I think about it like this. Imagine I'm thinking of the rapper Eminem, and before he was like Eminem. Imagine white guy,
like 98,
98, exactly. No money, needing the same benefits as everyone else, but the system that's currently in place right now overlooks them, completely. Just overlooks them, and but due to whatever reason, that person that's being overlooked may still think that they are better than their neighbor.
Definitely. It's definitely a kind of thing of like going back to mixing in with a government type deal where I feel like they kind of have them believing that they're better, not just because of class, but also race. Because it doesn't matter that we're both on welfare. It doesn't matter that we're both have food stamps, shopping at the same places, wearing the same stuff. If you're white and I'm black, it's like the system's set up to be like you're better no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
That was kind of like, it kind of like a little jab, but at the same time, I'd take everything with a grain of salt. And
as one should.
The way that I roll is my what's the word? What I produce is going to be based on how I act, not how others view me.
That's fair. That's easily fair and reasonable. I'll just be accountable for what you can do.
Yeah.
Not everything's going to be in your favor. There's just being a black man. There's things that's just set up. But do your best.
Like you said, being a black man in America ain't easy, but you got to do what you got to do.
I want to change though.
Yeah, honestly, it ain't easy, but I'd rather be here because it allows me opportunities that I wouldn't get other places.
Exactly. That's why the hate for America, definitely understandable, definitely justifiable. But
I was to say this is a little tangent just because you said hate on America, and I realize you mean Americans say in America a little bit, but like just a little tangent because it popped up on my TikTok like so much. England's hate for American food never sat right with me because, like, and I said it was a tangent, but like, you know, I'm not gonna disrespect anybody for what they eat, whatnot. I might. Food is a very big thing for me, but I'm just saying. Besides the beans and toast, y'all can have y'all delicacies with that. I'm not gonna bag y'all it. Y'all put fries in Chinese food. That's what threw me off. And like I've seen videos like English people being like, "Oh, you know, our Chinese food is more better than Chinese food in China." I'm just like, that don't make sense. That don't make sense.
That doesn't make sense to me.
But yeah, that was just a tangent, though.
No, we can go on it a lot of tangents. I promise you, I'm probably going to cut some of them out anyway. That's going to be for the behind the scenes anyway. But
Question for another day.
Yeah. What was I saying though? Something. Do the best you can. Being a black man in America. Hate for America. There's a point that I wanted to make. Something about
Understanding the hate in America.
Yeah, I understand the hate in America, but I wouldn't want to live. I couldn't imagine living anywhere else.
There's only like 2 other places that I can imagine living, and this is the meat thing. This the meat thing is outside of politics, outside of anything. But because the beauty of Japan, I can imagine living in Japan.
Okay.
And in similar note, because of Scotland, I could also imagine living in Scotland because they also have a lot of beauty. It's just a little bit different type.
Mm-hmm.
Africa is one of those places that I would always want to visit and like explore, but I don't think I would live in Africa. Personally, for me, it's just kind of a thing of like I know my people come from Africa. Obviously, I know that, but I don't have enough drive in me to go to Africa and stay there outside the food and the culture. I would say the food and the culture does seem beautiful, but the reason I say Japan and Scotland is because Japan, I'm an anime fan. I'm a nerd. I love the language. It just clicks everything. And then Scotland, I mean, I'm Norse pagan, so, kind of going over there, seeing things, I always wanted to be like, okay, what's this about?
Okay.
But I definitely would not want to go live any of those places over America at this point in time.
Yeah. If I, you actually are the reason why I even want to go to Morocco. You put that in my head so long ago, and it's still on the bucket list. Morocco.
I've never been to Morocco.
Yeah, no, I haven't, but it's on the list of places that I just want to go. So outside of everything, don't know the culture or anything, I might want to, without, again, not knowing anything political, politics, anything going on in Morocco, I might go there. Puerto Rico is nice.
Puerto Rico is so lovely.
Puerto Rico's
and say the last cruise that we went on, we didn't go to Puerto Rico, but we went to Dominican Republic. And I love Dominican Republic. It's such a nice place. Anywhere that's got jerk chicken, I will go. Because food is a big thing, and if you got good food, I'm gonna be there.
That's fair. That is very fair. But if I had, what is it? This is probably gonna be the coldest place I would probably ever say. It's Iceland. Probably because I know it's Iceland and Greenland that are flipped, and I had to really think about that. but
strategically flip because back in I think it was Viking days. I fact checked myself a little bit later, but pretty sure it was Viking days. They inhabited Iceland, but because they were like people were making maps and doing all this stuff, they didn't want people to come to Iceland. They didn't want people getting all in their stuff and whatnot. So they went, "Oh, this is Iceland. You want Greenland?" So they sent people to Greenland, and everybody was like, "Oh, Greenland is a piece of crap. Why they send us here?" But yeah, that's a little fun tip.
Okay. Got you. I think I did hear about that. But one of my other questions I had, this is the one where you just have to be on your toes. How do you think the country influenced you? How do you think how do you think your country influenced you?
How did my country influence me? And I mean, like, we got another 3 hours to talk about that. Just Spartans knows it. I mean, like, obviously, America's football, and I play football all my life growing up. Now, so like to speak on football, like discipline, training my body, meeting guys, coming to be friends with guys all the time, and just like enjoying the sport. It definitely also gave me an avenue to like, express myself in ways that I didn't think I had. Because I've always been a quiet, docile type person. Never got any in my face, never really got in fights or anything like that. But like,
Mine's not one time. But
I don't remember that one time. That wasn't me.
Don't worry.
That was my twin.
But anyway, continue. You said when you put on the helmet.
I was like, when I put on that helmet, I mean, that's my twin coming in is when I put on the helmet. Like, it's a completely different, like, person attitude than I've had in any other, like, activity I've done. Like, I played baseball, I did track. Let me backtrack. Wrestling and football are completely different attitudes than any other activity I did, because
got you.
Honestly, I've dislocated my shoulder mid-wrestling match and kept wrestling. I would not do that anywhere else. Adrenaline runs. But like even to talk on those things, like wrestling was pretty big in America, and that affects how I do my job today because I'm wrestling dogs all day long, and I find myself still doing wrestling holds because they work. How else my country shaped me? I mean, I'm a black man in America. I watch over my shoulder every time I'm driving. I don't trust the cops. Like other certain things. If I see a snake, I got the rhyme in the back of my head: red on yellow, kill a foe. Red on black is a friend. Just dealing with like regional stuff, like knowing like the wild animals in North Carolina, because I'm in North Carolina. I gotta know the wild animals in the area. In general, just knowing that there's two sides to tracks in every city in America, and knowing like who's on what side of the track, knowing where to find little spots. Also knowing which cities to watch out for, because there's sundown towns in America. And feel like overall, America has pretty much shaped my entire personality, both good and bad. Yeah, but there's a lot that goes into like what that is, because I can also talk about how generationally I've been shaped, or how my parents have been shaped because of the experience that they have, which led on to me and stuff like that. Or like, yeah, biggest one though is just, and I will say this is the good thing about America, the biggest one though is just freedom. Like, no matter what, yep. there it is. No matter what, I know that freedom is always going to be something that I'm going to fight for and I'm going to have. So that's pretty much just, that goes to say in America itself and Black America.
Yeah, no, I was definitely gonna say you made me think about something about the American sports and how it influenced me with me playing basketball. That is how a lot of my drive and passion from being in games, no subs, full on, no like system, but still going. Like that is where that comes from. But definitely, definitely the freedom part. That is something that fighting for what I think is right. I think that from being a Black man, that I think that kind of incorporates of where we come from, like how we got here, because we literally have to fight for every inch that we have, and it won't stop with me, won't stop with you.
Yeah.
We're striving to make everyone's life better to at least get an equal chance. I think that's the best part about America. When it works, that is, I think, the best part of America.
America definitely has its beautiful sides, and it definitely has its ugly sides.
Yeah, but what country doesn't?
Yeah, to be honest, like, I mean, Australia has, good food, a lot of beautiful places, but Australia's also got that break dancer in the Olympics. So, like, it is what it is.
Break dancer.
I mean,
the break dancer.
I mean, they got Hugh Jackman, but they also got the break dancer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh wow! No, you're absolutely right. It's so funny. It's so funny because like there were other people in that competition but the fact that we all say the breakdance from Australia and everyone knows what that means.
Yeah. It was like,
but with all, oh no, continue. Go.
I would say because like even in America, we got Simone Biles, but in the same breath, I mean, we got Diddy.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
We can say great things. Like, I mean, we got great things, but then, we got R. Kelly. What's the guy's name? The old guy. Oh, sorry about my camera. It keeps updating itself.
It's
I don't know.
Well, that's gonna be a problem for YouTube.
No, but we got Morgan Freeman, and then we got what's his name? The Fat Albert guy. The Fat Albert guy.
Bill Cosby.
Yeah, Bill Cosby.
I said earlier that there were some names that I just didn't want to bring up.
And I just keep naming
those are the names. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna throw in Harvey Weinstein in there too, just to.
I can go. I can keep going. I mean, all the school shooters. What's that guy's name? Hold on, I got to think about the Eminem song because he said it in the song. So, big guy, he hung Vanilla Ice over the railing. Suge Knight.
Oh. Oh. I'm just gonna actively change the subject into all the negativity that we have, or and without. Where do you see your country going? Like where Where do you see the country going?
I don't know. Honest answer, I don't know. Hopefully, better. But I'm also not stupid enough to not think it can get worse.
Yeah, no. Go.
Just like trying to find the words because like I'm hoping it gets better and like I'm staking my claim, but like at the same time, like I'm doing what I got to do. It's up to everybody else in the country to do what they got to do. And that goes with holding people accountable. And like, honestly, some of the biggest problems in this country outside the NFL refs is police immunity.
Oh,
Listen. Scoxah stands for chaos, okay? I'm going to throw weird shit in there, and I'm going to throw funny shit in there. I'm going to make you laugh.
Keep going. Do you. This is not enough questions. Do what you want to do. Someone asked you.
Yeah, you want another question for another week or another episode? Let's talk about them NFL refs, man.
I don't watch sport. You're also gonna have to say your team, so if people want to find you later, they know whether to hate you for what you said or hate you for your team. But
okay, listen, my team has always been doing bad. We're New York Giants, okay? We've been doing bad for a while. Wow, so it's not like the refs are fucking us over. We're fucking ourselves over.
Look, I say I'm a Jets fan.
I mean, your quarterback's doing good.
Yeah.
He did make me some money last week.
But it's the Jets and it's the Knicks. But
yeah, I'm a Knicks fan too. I'll feel you.
Okay. Oh, I never knew you were a Knicks fan like that.
Anything New York. I'm a New York fan
Okay.
all around, so like Syracuse, basketball.
Got you. Okay.
Got it. Then even like the New York baseball team, Yankees.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not really a fan of baseball. Well, not really a fan. Baseball does not capture my attention at all. Like what?
I don't really watch it that much, but like if somebody asks, I'm be like, I'm a Yankee fan. Like honestly, like growing up, I played baseball, and growing up, the back of my head, I was like, I'm trying to be Jeter. That was just simple. Plus, every piece of music media had a New York cap on, and I knew that was the New York Yankee symbol. So I was like, okay.
I will also continuing with this tangent. I will say I kind of wish Melo got a ring.
Yeah, he stuck in New York way too long. As much as I love the fact that he stuck in New York, it was way too long. I wanted Melo to lead New York to a ring, but at the same time, the GM of the Knicks doesn't know how to do his job and needs to stay out of the draft picks because we had the talent and ability to go and get a ring, but he didn't allow the coach to do a different defense. He was stuck with that one defense, so it was just like, it's not really much we can do.
Yeah. But kind of getting back to the conversation of where I think the country's going. Like I said, we can go on tangents like that. That's not even a problem. The goal is just to make it an hour and 15 minutes. But
and I will get you every bit of that hour and 15 minutes and then some.
Yeah, no, but I think you said it accurately that it's especially right now with it being an election year and everything, 2024. I think it's a real inflection point where. Okay, I'll put it like this. Since the founding of this country, mind you, I'm not a history buff, so I could easily be wrong. When have they ever taken away rights from people after giving them the right to?
Well, I mean, that's a question with my opinion, because we keep it real over here. I would say you didn't have to add into after giving it to them, because this is the thing of, or certain people didn't have rights from the beginning. So like the weeds of people wasn't certain people.
They definitely did not include everyone.
And having to add that certain people now have rights to the country's, foundation, it's kind of shaky. It should have just been everybody has rights. But at the same time, there's also a question of when did they actually give us the rights?
Yeah, see, and I was speaking more about the abortion part of the rights and everything.
I mean, I can kind of tie it into that too.
Yeah.
Because like, when have they ever like truly given women the right to be women? Like, they've always had to fight for that shit. And I was like sitting here like everybody's always fighting for their own shit except for a certain group of people. And I'm like, let's be honest here. The people fighting need it.
You got me there. You definitely got me there.
Now, this was like in North Carolina, there's this, sorry for the language, but dumbass Mark Robson trying to run for office. And I hear it on the radio all the time, how he's going on a tirade about abortion being murder and all this things. In the back of my head, I'm just sitting here like, I know he doesn't listen to his doctor not one bit, because there's a whole process to abortion and why it's not considered murder, because a fetus isn't developed. That's why it's a fetus, not a baby. There's stages to it. Life doesn't start at conception. Life starts later. So it takes 9 months.
Yeah, no.
I love seeing videos of people talking about it and being like, this needs to be protected, holding up a picture. And I'm just like, that's a dolphin. That's an elephant. It's not a human. Y'all don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know the politically correct whatever to say. I don't know that, but I will also say on that point is going way back to what we said originally, where there's a lot of hypocrisy, because it's like, all right, you want the woman to have the child, but when that child is in this world, you chuck it to the side. Like, it doesn't pull yourself by your bootstraps, make it on your own, blah, 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 no help, whatever.
There was one thing that was said in like a video that I saw in passing. It was like, what is it? It's all about rights for the child until the child is born. And it's like, it's just silly to me. And like, I say silly because it's disappointing that you have grown people out here like in their 50s and up, and sometimes younger than that, out here standing outside of abortion clinics, protesting and doing all that stuff. But in the same breath, they won't go adopt a kid that needs a home. They won't go and fund, to the youth to get people off the streets and back to learning, because if we really want to talk about how to get people off the streets, you need to fund them. You need to give them the ability to be stable. That's the only reason they're on the streets, is because they need stability.
You said that is absolutely right. Yeah, so that's why I was saying it's a turning point, because I can easily see the country moving into a path to where it truly starts to not care for its people, or it just goes buck wild, or on the flip side to where it's it's not that, but it can start to be things can start moving forward. That's how I'm going to put that. Things can start moving forward with everyone involved. Which again, it's still going to take time for sure.
Yeah,
but it won't be dead in its tracks either.
I think, in my personal opinion, kind of touching off what you said, because you made me think of some stuff. In the sense of like the country moving forward and either going one or two ways. It's either going to get to the point where the people who are supposedly leading the country are going to wake up or going to get replaced, and to the point where they actually start caring about the people and doing stuff for the people and not for their pockets, or it's going to get to the point where it gets so egregious that the people that don't realize it actually realize it, and as a people, as a nation, we actually overthrow the system as a whole and redo it, which could be violent.
Yeah. Mm. But I do want to include this one little point in here before, since the topic was mentioned, is going back to the going forward thing. I personally feel like anytime someone says, "Oh, we want to go back to whatever,"
Make America great again.
I wasn't even gonna say that, but if that's how you took it, that's how you took it. But basically, any version of let's go back, you're going back to a time where not everyone's happy, not everyone can benefit. So if you want to go back, someone's going to have to suffer to make you to get to the ideal version of back that you want to get to, instead of moving forward and having everyone be included.
Yeah. In the sense of just the whole going back thing is like basically what you said. Going back has never been a good thing. Nobody ever wants to go back. Everybody always wants to progress. So why are we talking about going back instead of building and fixing what we need to fix? Going back would be easy, but also stupid, in my opinion. And I was like, no.
Yeah.
Nobody ever wants to stick their neck out there and actually put in the work anymore. And that is not to say how, I hear a lot of nobody wanting to work anymore these days. No, that's not what I'm saying. Because what I'm saying is nobody wants to step out of their comfort zone, and I'm talking about the people that can actually make a huge difference in a short amount of time. They don't want to step out of their comfort zone.
On that point, I'll say 2 points. I'll say, yes, they don't want to get out their comfort zone, but I also think they aren't willing to give up their power, which is something Biden actually just said at his UN meeting. There's that. Not people are power hungry.
Yeah,
but also, mind you, now in today's time of 2024, politics are weird. But I also feel like people aren't willing to come to a compromise. Granted, like I said, Democrats, Republicans, MAGA. You might not want to make a compromise with some of the things that they're saying, but going into the future, I feel like that would be the best thing that could happen is when there's like, all right, let's be adults, let's compromise, and let's get to a solution.
And that's kind of on how you said there was three different parties at this point. I meant to touch on that earlier, how you said, like, basically, Republicans and MAGA are two different things at this point.
Yeah.
Because there are Republicans who have been Republicans all their life. They're now sitting there and saying that they're not voting Republican because that's not their belief. That's not what it was supposed to be. Yeah. And I'm like, I mean, y'all woke up a little late, but I mean, at least y'all woke up, because more people need to realize that everything that MAGA has done and stands for, it's the exact opposite of what America stands for.
Yeah. We can keep going. We can easily keep going, giving out points. And I can keep breaking your brain. But we made it to that hour 15 mark. Well, hour-ish mark that I was looking for. Thank you, X. The floor is yours. You can shout out anything, anyone. You can say anything else you want to say. The floor is yours to air.
Cool. So I'm just going to go ahead and shout out this real quick. First and foremost, I would like to shout out my channels. I have not been posting or recording anything, but I'm planning to very soon. Soon is the same as the name that you see on the screen, Scoxah, Scoxah, on YouTube and on Twitch. I will be streaming on Twitch and posting videos on YouTube too for the time being. But outside of that, and gaming content. To start off with, it's going to be gaming content pretty much everywhere, anywhere. If I end up getting Sparking Zero, it's going to be that a lot. But even still, like, it's just a chill time, chill zone, safe zone. It will be chaotic because it's going to be chaotic with me. That's just how I roll. Outside of that I don't really have too much to shout out other than thanking my man Julian for having me on the show.
Well, anytime. Thank you for just wanting to be on the show. I was definitely in need of a guest, and you definitely delivered.
I will be.
You're welcome back anytime.
Let's say, you know me, I got more topics in the back of my head that I can keep going. We could do a 3-hour special if we needed to.
Yeah. Well, you saw what was on the list, and there's a lot. Like, I have to show you what's behind the scenes.
There was one question that I pinged that we ain't even do, but we can save that.
Like I said, we can save that one. We can save that one. But no, definitely thank you. Do you want to shout out Jay's thing by any chance, or you're good on that?
I was gonna shout it out, but right now, I kind of want to, like, it's going through a little structural thing right now.
Got you.
No, not to say anything too much.
No, you.
Yeah, but
I get you.
I would shout out my man Jay, founder of the Otaku server, Discord server that I am a part of and I am a mod of. We are a community of family, and we look out for each other. If you happen to find your way in there, shout out to you. Introduce yourself. Come have fun. Come hang out. We're in there every day. But with that being said, you know what we gotta do though? We gotta get Jay up here one time, man.
Oh, you think I wasn't already in the mindset? Oh, it was already in here.
We gotta get Jay up here, man.
Well, that is definitely going to be, that's on the bucket list of things that he's already on the list. He's gonna be one of the people I reached out to. But yeah, I'm gonna ask you about the difficulties when we aren't recording, I'll ask you a little bit about that.
I don't know how much about that I can go into, but
Other than that, I won't even ask you about it. But yeah, no. Thank you again.
Thanks, Al.
Let me before you go, let me do my thing and hit you with the outro, and then we can get out of there. But my thing to, it's always gonna be a quote, because I always have I collect quotes, so it's always going to be a quote from, and you never know who I'm gonna get it from, because this quote that is from a Clark University student, Mackay Jackson. Never met this man, never seen this man, just heard him say something once. But this is it. I heard this, I'm like, yeah, no, this has to be the quote for the thing for the day. And it's, to be happy and healthy, you can either change your mindset or your situation.
Yeah, that's the one right there.
That's it. Yeah, and
Change your mindset or your situation. You had me thinking for a minute.
Yes, but of course,
What was his name? Mackay Jackson. Shout out to
Mackay Jackson. Yeah, Clark University.
Yeah.
But again, listen to the Patreon. I'm gonna cut this stuff out. Listen to the outro. The outro will have all the call to actions. But as I like to leave off, I like to, the proper outro is, don't forget to ask yourself, ask others, and never stop asking questions. See ya. You're not gonna say bye?
Oh, sorry, my bad. I held up to deuces, but my camera was lagging.
Got you.
Y'all have a good one. Never enough questions.
There.
Wow, you're still here. Well, if you enjoyed the episode, there are a few different ways to support our podcast. Following us on Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube, or becoming a supporter of our Patreon for $2 or $5 a month, where you'll have access to never-before-released visual episodes, funny bloopers, polls, or you can pose a question. The links can be found in the description wherever you listen. The simplest way to support us is by leaving a review about how great or bad we are, or telling a friend about our show. Anyways, thanks for listening.